Whoops, never mind. Sorry, I forgot to turn on the mic. Okay, now we're live. Hello, and welcome to the stream. We've done it. We've made it. We're at the final episode of the 2K course construction. Let's go pull on some music, and we'll dive into it. There it is. Alright. We'll just hop right in. So I've done a little bit of work on it since last stream. Wasn't sure how much planting I was gonna do off stream. Oh, never mind, we're good. Sorry, the music got louder on me all of a sudden, and I thought that I might have what was it? I thought I accidentally was sitting on the volume up key or something. Anyway, sorry. So I've basically finished planting on the majority of the course. All that's left is I've done a little bit of work on the clubhouse. It's not quite done, but it's close. And so we'll finish up the clubhouse. We'll do like a little car park. We'll do a little like short game practice area and slash putting green, and we'll get the driving range done. So this should be kind of a shorter stream, I think. Again, I didn't do anything too crazy with the planting scheme. Just a lot of buried trees. Maybe not a ton. A number of buried trees to get kind of the rocky look to it. Then sprinkling some rocks, some bushes, kind of some sparse grass. It's a pretty sparse, rugged planting style, but it's one that I think works for this course, so it ended up being pretty quick. And since we had some Christmas plans get canceled due to COVID, I had the time, and we just kind of did most of it in a sitting. I believe I streamed it, but I just won't be converting that stream into a YouTube video, because it was rather on the long side. Anyway, so first things first, let's dive in, and now here's the question. How do I want to do the range? Do I want light rough as the backdrop for it and put little bits of fairway and... Let's see. Oops, no, I didn't want to toggle that as second surface. I want to set that as the primary surface. Actually, that works just fine. So we're gonna do that, and then we'll build some fancy little let's see. Build fancy little pseudo green complexes and stuff. Then Orion has decided to join us. Hello. Yeah, it is. I mean, it's kind of on the short side for a driving range, but it's not that bad. Well, actually, no, that's right. I had it pushed back further. I'm like, I remember this being relatively decent size. We can push it up closer. So it'll be like 280, 290. Which is, is fine. It doesn't need to be, it doesn't need to be inch perfect for like, Tour Pro type, it's not a real range, it's there for decoration, so I'm doing just fine. Alright, so let's see. go. Do I want green as my or fairway? That's okay, we can figure it out. And this is kind of this is my easy, lazy way to do range decks. Oh, we could try one of each. I could do that in a bit, Dylan. I'm gonna wrap up this, what do you want to call it? Since this is the last episode, we'll do a little bit of a wrap up for this. But this also shouldn't be a very long episode either, so I'm happy to hop in and chit-chat in a bit. I might just go with the green surface, just to give it a little more contrast. That'll work. Now we can bump this up. We'll bump it up about a foot. And then we'll just flatten all the way down, get that nice and flat. Then we'll back the bump, or we'll bump the back one up a little bit more than that, and that'll be good. Okay, we're not gonna do anything too wild with it, but again, we can do a little bit more of an elaborate. Actually, we might need to redo this bit because it's our range is sitting funny. That's okay. I'm gonna be a little more obsessive compulsive with this than I need to, but again, it's for fun, so it doesn't matter. Alright. So I'll just go and bring that height back over. So it's just our range wasn't very flat, so or maybe we kind of missed the height that we were looking for. We just want our tee deck to be higher than the very different song to the last one we had on this playlist. That's fine. Anyway, we just want our tee deck to sit above the height of the rest of the range surface, at least by a little bit, as opposed to before when it was sitting well below, so it was essentially in a recess. Why not just Y extend and flatten all at once? That is a good point. I should do that. Let's see if that works. I'd never thought to do that. That's a good call. Alright. Alright, nope. I want that. There we go. Oh, well, I gotta extend it this way first, because it always flattens to the middle point. So I got to, if I start at the middle, whatever, it's fine. I can do a Y extend and this'll work. I'll get a little weird blend at the end though. Oops. So I can do this just to get the end working. But it's a little faster. Yeah. Alright, so there we go. Oh, or I guess we're missing that corner a little bit. That's fine. There we go. Good enough. Oh, man, the camera is not behaving right now. That's okay. I was gonna say, I was looking at this. I don't think this really needs any more details. Could maybe bury a little fence along it or something, or put a little fence in there, but we'll see. I don't know if it really needs a whole lot either. So you could build a couple little green complexes in here for fun. Throw in a couple bunkers in them. They don't have to be particularly good, but you know, we can just for show. Thank you, sir. Glad you like it. I think it, you know, it's a little different, but I think it turned out okay. And it looks passable at a distance. It gives us kind of a modern but relatively understated kind of clubhouse look. We'll bump those little fake greens up just a little. Again, we don't need them to be too involved, but you know, we can do something cool with it. Yeah, I'm not 100% on the name yet. I might have to do some brainstorming for that, just to make sure that we can't come up with a better name than that. But I needed to start brainstorming some serious names, and that was kind of the first decent one that I came up with, so we stuck with it for now. You liking your World Cup group? Like, it's not the scariest. I would say I'm maybe mildly concerned. It's not gonna be easy, but I don't feel like I'm in a group of death either. So, you know, it's fine. I will say that it is fine. There we go. Like, all the designers in my group are talented enough that they can make a great course, but I have also not seen any of the designers in my group make a course that I think is that I would be unable to beat with a good effort. Now, you know, I'm not going to be able to coast to knockout stages by any means, but I feel that, like, if I can make one of my, you know, a really good course that's up there in terms of some of my best, then I have a good shot at getting out of group stages. Yeah, for the most part, I'd agree with that. I think there's a couple guys in the contest that, I don't know, whose ceiling might be a little lower than kind of the average, but you know, for the most part, and even then, like, nobody in the field is a bad designer by any means, but I don't know. There's definitely there's a few names. Again, I'm not trying to throw shade, so we're not gonna mention anyone specific, but Yeah, there's a handful of guys that I would be okay with running up against, because I'd feel pretty confident. Any ideas popping up yet, or are you keeping it close to your chest? Well, both. I do have an idea, but I think we're gonna play this one a little cool. We're not gonna fly through the design. I'm gonna take my time with this one. We're gonna do some research. Really just kind of, like, I'm good at designing courses quickly. I don't know how good I am at designing courses slowly. So the goal was to really take my time on each whole concept, really kind of let, what do you want to call it? Your first alt, so kind of hope somebody drops. No stream on this one? Yes, I'm leaning toward not streaming this as well. Or I'm the World Cup one. Obviously I'm streaming this. But yeah, plus I've got at least one more 2K course left to do at some point. That might be a little while, but there are other projects I can do streams for, and I've got long enough on World Cup that I don't need to really rush with it. Hence, I really want to take my time, sweat some of the small details, and really take the time to refine every whole concept. See how that goes. Usually I'm a kind of go with my gut type of designer, and I'm really just kind of taking a read and essentially creating what I see first time through, and then maybe tinkering it if it doesn't work. All right, that's fair. Yeah. Now, the style of course I'm building, I can promise it's not a Parkland course. We're not doing that again. But also, it's probably not a style that nobody's seen before. We'll try to put a different spin on it. So, I'm also not gonna do that standard rugged Delta course look that everybody's gone for. I will say the course is going to be in Delta, but I think I have an idea for something interesting, that should pack a visual punch and is still relatively fresh in terms of, visuals. It's not going to be, it's not going to be a repeat of stuff that people have seen before. Alright, and we'll squiggle in our little bunkers here. This song got loud on me. I might have overdone that. Yep. Yeah, again, the scaling is a little off from what I am used to. I'm making this bunker a little small, hence the scaling on the brushes is not quite working the way that I would think it would. Which is, it's fine. These don't need to be amazing bunkers. They just need to be functional bunkers. People aren't gonna look at them too much. They're just kind of there for background decoration. Hey Scoot, how's it going? Really want a fly mode for console. I miss a lot without jumping on streams. Inspirationally in real life course or brain dump? Kind of a little of both. the core idea is kind of is based on a real life course, and essentially I saw somebody. It was a while back. I saw a course that, like, the course itself wasn't that great, but the person designing it kind of stumbled on a really cool look that I kind of tucked away, you know, for a rainy day, and went, "Hey, I'm gonna pick this thing up. We're, you know, like, I think I can do that, do it like a really similar look to that, and really pull it off." Or rather, it was the look this guy came up with is really good for a particular real life course, or at least a decent analog of it. So, again, one we kind of tucked away, and I recently stumbled back across it and went, "Oh yeah, I never did anything with that." So, we are, you know, we should hopefully, now I want a big green here. We can do, like, a little bit of a, you know, our fairway runoff for chipping. Then we can put a bunker in here. And, you know, so that'll be kind of our putting green / little short, or like bunker practice, you know, with short game in it as well. Again, we'll just make our little, you know, it's a little fancy kind of practice area. Okay, maybe a little elaborate, but whatever. Alright, now let's see, how big's this green? I bet it's pretty large. 50 by 40. Okay, so that's a little bigger, like it's on the big side for a green. Well, that's good for a practice area. I hope so. I mean, I'm not so confident in my... Like, I think I've got a good shot of getting out of groups, but it's hardly a guarantee. I really need to bring my A game to make sure that that happens. I think I can. But, again, you never know. And, you never know what the other guys in the group are going to bring, too. Because I think there's another 3 designers in my group that could realistically put out a really fantastic course. Alright, yep. It's definitely on the big side, but, you know, passably, sized green. Alright. Toggle rough. Then we'll toss in our fairway. Again, this should be, we're almost a half hour into this already. That's okay. Again, if this is, not exactly what I was intending to do with the stream, or the last stream, but just circumstances kinda happened and made it so that I had a ton of time to just do the rest of the planting in one go. So that means I essentially left this purposefully to finish up with. Oh, all right. Because I wanted to do a little bit of the finishing work on stream. I didn't want to just go, hey, yep, sorry, I, you know, ended up, you know, kind of home for the holidays by myself, and just decided that, yeah, I'm just gonna go finish the course, and that's it. So see you in the next season. I wanted to have something to do in our last stream. I just figured this is like Now, I want to do a little bit of planting on stream in terms of like detail work on the rest of the course, but I also didn't want to do a lot of it because it's really not that interesting. It's mostly just sink bush, rotate, you know, sink bush again, grab different bush, sink bush, sprinkle some rocks in, sprinkle some grass in, just, you know, then take a look, make sure it looks right, maybe play test once or twice, make sure you didn't miss any spots, and just kind of slowly, methodically working through the rest of the course. I'm not sure. Family member had COVID-like symptoms, and you know, wasn't really able to get a test easily, so we just kind of decided to play it safe and just cancel plans. So I didn't get COVID. Family member might have had COVID. They are fine. You know, symptoms were mild, and you know, they were kind of back on their feet in, you know, just like a couple days. So thankfully everyone is fine. But it was just along the lines of, yeah, this doesn't make, you know, we don't need to go do plans. This doesn't make sense. And like, we can just do family plans later. This is not, you know, this is not worth risking people's health over. And, you know, because I have family members who have, you know, who are immunocompromised, that means that we kind of need to be a little extra careful. So, you know, with COVID symptoms and no real way to confirm whether or not it was COVID, we just shut the whole thing down and decided to postpone. So that meant that Christmas Eve, I just kind of, like, I had the day off work, and just really didn't have anywhere to go or anything to do. I actually looked into just going and playing golf that day, which would have been funny, but, you know, weirdly, all the golf courses were closed. Like, weather was nice enough, but I had never really thought to look, you know, to check what the tea time situation is on Christmas Eve. So we found out the hard way that they're all closed, which was kind of funny. Yeah, so I went for a walk because the weather was nice. Maybe like hour, 2 hour walk. You know, just to get some exercise because, you know, and to get out and enjoy the weather. So I did that, and I think I went grocery shopping because I wanted to make sure I had food for a couple days, and everything's closed Christmas. So, you know, we went out, grocery shopped, and, you know, got some stuff to make meals for a couple days. Oh, actually, I don't want to do that because I want to, there we go. All right, cool. Yeah, exactly. Like, family's all local, so like it's really not a huge issue just to postpone. None of us are going anywhere. And yeah, it just meant that I had a full day of, hey, there is nothing going on, there's really nothing I can do, so we're just gonna go ahead and just tear through some 2K design. Which means that, you know, I was expecting it to take me about a week to do all of the planting for it, and I basically did it in a sitting. Or I should say, you know, a design session. Obviously, I think it took me about 6 or 7 hours. And I absolutely was not gonna stay at my desk for 6 hours. You gotta get up and move occasionally, so, but, you know, with little breaks, we mostly did it in kind of a long stretch. There we go. Let's go drop in our little car park. We'll keep it kind of small. Because this would be, you know, we're thinking, like, it's kind of remote. There wouldn't be a lot of people here. That is slightly crooked. Actually, you know what? We're gonna move our car park a little bit. I don't really want it like that visible from the 18th green. We're gonna get some trees. We'll kind of sink it into the trees a little bit. Actually, this is almost a perfect shape for this one brush. It just works out. We're just gonna, like, it's not gonna be the most involved car park ever, but that's okay, because we don't want it to really be a focal piece. And we just want it, you know, if you just want to look around and make sure that, you know, we want stuff that, you know, we want the infrastructure stuff somewhere, but also I just realized, oh, I don't have like a little like cart or like a, you know, mower barn or any of that sort of stuff either. You only have the one TV and design on Xbox, you rarely get that. That makes sense. Anyone else with techie stuff? I mean, not really. I don't know if I'd really call myself that tech savvy. I suppose I could put the, like, kind of adjacent to the lot's probably doable for the, for kind of our maintenance area. We can, you know, sprinkle a couple trees in so it's kind of pseudo-hidden. Like, again, like we were gonna do with our car park and stuff anyways. And just like that, the stream's gonna get slightly more involved than I was intending, but whatever. Again, we're not in a rush. You know, I wanted to do, or I didn't think this was gonna take long, but also I don't have to, you know, I don't have to go anywhere. So we'll just take our sweet time and let the process go where it goes. We're just here to wrap this thing up. And it's also got a couple weeks before it's due, so when I say wrap up, I don't think there's any more work left to do, but I can also, oh, that's right, I want to leave that open because that's our trail up to the first hole. Like, I might go back and, you know, make sure there aren't any details I missed, that sort of stuff. We'll, what do you want to call it? We'll potentially do some tinkering with, I don't know, maybe like green contours or spots that I missed, that sort of stuff. So this isn't the 100% final product necessarily, but it should be pretty darn close. Alright, so we have that. Grab one of these guys. These, that should work. Buildings, miscellaneous. They're all like over here somewhere. There, it's a little minimal for our maintenance area, but hey, it's okay. Alright. And then we would need, you know, a little... Actually, let's undo that. Actually, we could have a little more space back here too. Actually, I could stretch it out this way a little too. I could connect that up. Right now I could keep going. That. Good enough. Oh, we can change our width down a little bit. That's probably a bit excessive. There we go. Now I can bump our width back up. Do little connections here. Actually, it probably doesn't even need to be that wide. We could do like 3 and change. 3.2, it's fine. And we'll set this guy back down. There we go. This is good enough. Also, I need to fill this area in now that I know that we're not using that for anything. So we'll just grab some of these trees we have floating around and fill this guy in. Cool. Yeah, and that's maybe another thing we'll do is, you know, in our playtesting rounds, I want to make sure that there aren't any, like, obvious places that are empty. Like, you know, exactly. We've kind of built a little soundstage here with raised walls. So obviously there's nothing outside of it. But we want to make sure that in the normal camera movements that the game gives you, that you're not looking over here where it's obviously empty. We want to make sure that if you can see it, then it's planted. You ever gonna build a course and use 100% meter? I've done a couple that got close. I mean, realistically, I don't think I have the patience to do anything so tedious that it would use all the meter. It just I tend to do kind of simpler, more minimalist kind of style stuff. Admittedly, part of me wants to, like, I've gotten up into the 90% for a couple things, but yeah, that's good enough. All right. Part of me wants to just do something silly and make, like, I don't know, maybe take one of the Gerald side projects that, you know, has meter left over, or even just start from an empty plot and just find what object sucks up the most meter and just spam those until I run out of meter, just to see how quickly, like, what's the fastest way you can burn through your entire meter, out of pure curiosity. He probably does. And I'm sure there are some folks in the community who'd be able to give me a pretty good estimation of, you know, what objects I should be looking for if all I want to do is just flush as much meter down the toilet as I can. Realistically, the cars are probably up there. Like, when I do a parking lot, my object meter might jump up like 10% type thing. So most of the time when the actual course itself is done, my meter is, you know, usually floating in the 20 to 40, maybe 50% range. And then when I do like tournament objects and, you know, maybe copy and paste some trees to make sure that I have coverage for all the off-map stuff. Like just a little, like what I feel like are just kind of detail little stuff at the end. That's when that'll double my meter usage practically. That's kind of funny. Actually, I'm gonna just leave that one. Alright, Ice splash for lava. Yeah, that's probably up there in terms of, sure, you got pretty close to my quote-unquote joke course idea there. Good enough. Alright. Now we got all that. Oh, whoops, I gotta flatten that guy. I missed that. That would be bad. Hey, there we go. We got some rock walls there now. Alright, let's add a sprinkling of cars. I should sprinkle a couple more trees there, but we'll get that in a sec. Alright. Well, less meter than the large elms. Interesting. Although I said, oh, I'll sprinkle a couple in, and I'm, you know, filling up like half the lot. Oh well. And we'll get a couple more. It's, you know, we're not doing anything excessive yet, but we're getting there. And we'll just do one of those guys. And I think my meter usage has already jumped a couple percent. Yep, that's good enough. Alright. We have a sprinkling of cars. We have acknowledged our lot. And then we'd have, like, you know, maybe some of the workers parked back here. We'll use some of the cars we've already used. That's fine. Then, I don't know, we'll have a van back here, because why not? And then, yeah, we'll sprinkle a couple carts in back there. Again, do we need these? Nah, but I don't know. Just little fun touches. Thank you, I'm glad you like it. It's, yeah, we kept it, you know, kind of minimalist, but I think it turned out nice. Oh, also, I sprinkled in a couple tournament objects as well on this one. I don't know if I want to keep them or not, but I also figure it's probably pretty easy to remove those if I felt like it. But, so... we put those in case I wanted them. Oh, that's right. I also wanted to do... oh, we should do trees first. Before I forget, we do trees. So we'll sprinkle in a couple trees to guard off, you know, so that the parking lot is not in danger from the driving range. Little things. Since we, you know, moved it back into the potential range for some bad tee shots. Yeah, I kind of like the little, like the range and practice area and clubhouse all kind of turned out pretty nice. I'm quite happy with it. Well, let's go sprinkle some range stuff and we can call this one done. Alright. And we'll space out our range stalls. Yeah, again, is 5 yards excessive? Sure, but it doesn't matter. I want to say like those golf ball pyramids are really expensive in terms of plant meter usage. So that might be the quickest way to max out a meter thing. Man, that sounds like a fun, goofy Gerald project, where I build like an auto-gen course and then max out the plant meter in the most unobvious way possible. Like, with like ranged ball pyramids or something. Place object, equipment, range. Don't want these guys. Yeah, sure, why not? Hmm. 100 golf ball pyramids in the backwoods to hit 100% exactly. I don't know if they're that high. That'd be really funny, though. We'll find out. Maybe I put some golf ball pyramids on the range. Actually, now that, like, if this is, you know, being used for a tournament or whatever, I think they'd have their own, or, you know, they'd have bags with whatever ball they're using. There wouldn't be a pyramid in the stalls with them. Who knows? I don't care. That is a detail I really should not be worrying about for this course. That's the ultimate in nitpicking. Alright, and... Alright, I think bags would, or the stands would go. Well, we'll just dump them on this corner. It's fine. How much do these use? 0.9. Okay, so they use up, a couple of them will get you 0.1% on your meter. Matt is the new fastest designer, I think. There are definitely folks who design faster than I do. I am definitely on the quicker end of the design spectrum, but... like, when Ben sets his mind to something, he can pump out a course in, like a week. Dylan can do the same. There's a couple other names that I'm blanking on who design shockingly fast. They just don't... like, the thing I do is I just design quickly all the time and put in a lot of hours. So my output is nuts compared to most designers. Like, I might publish, 10 to 12 courses a year type thing. Heisenberg's really fast. There we go. So there's our range. Nice and simple, nothing crazy. Here, all right. We're gonna do a quick save, and then we're gonna tinker and see how much meter those ball pyramids take up. I'm curious. Nope. 272. Okay, so each one takes up 0.1. So if we were gonna go spam click all the range ball pyramids, like that's a good. There's a couple percent on the plant meter. There we go. Is that silly? Absolutely, but that was fun. All right, so yeah, there was like 4% right there. Okay, I think I don't see anything else obvious that this one needs. So I guess we're gonna go ahead and call this one done. Again, I still need to come up with, we'll finalize the name at some point. But, oh, whoops, I forget. I need, what do you want to call it? We need to add the bridges back. I forgot to finish off the back part of it. Bridges, standalone, this guy. Doesn't need to be perfect, but you know, we just want to kind of make sure that we're not missing, you know, again, little details. We don't want this to be incomplete when you look at it. All right. I want to say Ben started, like, he's been working on a plat course. And so he's been kind of taken on that minimalist Parkland style that I'm kind of famous for at this point. I swear he started it like a week or two ago, and he's finishing it up. It's wild. All right, I think we're good here. Now let's go ahead and. Alright. Oh wait, we want to just do local match. It's funny, I was introducing a friend to the joy that is TPC Royal Fazio National earlier. It's an old joke course I did with just all of the dumbest hole concepts I could come up with. If you're interested in one of the silliest 9-hole rounds you'll ever play, it's in game. Pin 2. Let's do some wind. We'll do high winds. Everything else is default, and we'll go give this a go. So, you know, part of this is playtesting, and part of this is just kind of closing up the season here with what should be the final product. Yeah, subject to a little bit of tweaking, but I think we're about there. Oh, also, you know, for some of the eagle-eyed viewers out there, you'll notice the greens might look a little different, and that is because I was designing them on 187 speed, but for the official publish, I'm bumping it down to 159, because 2K doesn't want more than 163, that rock texture, right, is a nice look. Is that the ground texture? Yes. So all that rock stuff it's just a default texture when you get a little bit of elevation change in it. So when it's flat, it shows up kind of as this pine straw look. When it gets more vertical, it shows up as a rock face. All right, so what? Yeah. But anyway, so since 2K doesn't want speeds above 163, this will be published on 159. Again, so I wanted to make the greens playable but a little dicey at 187. And I figured making challenging greens at that speed will kind of put them in that nice friendly playlist course range when I bump the speeds down. So that's kind of been the MO for how I do the greens for the 2K courses. Now, I don't have a ton of planting on the sheer rock cliffs. Again, I did some buried trees to get them kind of a rocky look, but I don't really know how to plant them. Like, rocks don't really fit in there, bushes wouldn't really grow on it like a vertical face like that, so I'm not really sure how I would do that. I've kind of left them empty for now. I've filled in anything that's at like a lower grade where I think stuff would reasonably grow. I've put some bushes and trees on it, but other than that, we've again, we want it to look, you know, dramatic, but you don't have, like, that doesn't mean that you have to plant it heavily. Yeah, all of these holes should be pretty familiar. I haven't done any major changes to them since the last stream. I think I had planted most of the first several holes. Wow, that's a bad shot. Okay. Yeah, agreed, Seb. I think that's the... Oh, that was another bad shot. Also, I kind of sprinkled in some light tournament objects. 2K kind of wanted the like the crowds and tournament look on all of the courses. I don't think that really fits the, like, this would be kind of like a remote resort type course, you know, or, like the one it's based on is very kind of tucked in the mountains and remote. Plus, again, the terrain's like severe enough it'd be hard to get a lot of tournament infrastructure in here anyway. So again, we're trying to strike a balance that makes sense. There's you know, there's some crowds, there's some light tournament object stuff, but it's trying to make it as unobtrusive as possible. Like, it's not going to have a big, like, major tournament atmosphere to it, but... And maybe I end up... I'll keep the crowds, those are easy to toggle on and off. Maybe the tournament infrastructure goes. I'm not really sure yet. We'll see. This is mostly unchanged. I think I spruced the planting up a little bit, but really like the way this hole came out. Oh. There we go. Also, yeah, and at published, the green speeds aren't gonna be too wild, or the greens won't be too wild at the default speed. So if you guys want a little bit more of an interesting round, then it plays great on up to 187s. So you can dial up the firmness and the speed, and it'll play just fine. The greens will be a lot more interesting to play. But also, it's not like the 187 greens are going to work that great for very casual matches and or Divot Derby game modes. So, you know, compromises. It happens. Exactly. Yeah, we gotta have the sax in the background. Alright, so we are not with this wind. We are not making it. Alright. Yeah, I think you know, it's especially with the green speeds bumped down. It's not the wildest course out there, but overall, I'm pretty pleased with how it turned out. I kind of hit the vibe I was going for. I think it'll be a fine addition to the community playlists, and I mean, honestly, I think Dan schedules a lot of the community courses on CC because by default, what 2K is looking for is pretty in line with CC difficulty. So not only will you see this in the playlist, you'll probably see this some week on CC this year. I do really like the way this hole turned out. It's just a stunner off the tee. I think this might have to be the published photo when the time comes. Now, admittedly, just because I'm done now, it doesn't mean I'm going to publish it just yet. I imagine I'm probably a couple weeks away from getting the green light to publish this. A stone cold stunner? Sure. Also, this hole is very quirky, but I think so far it's kind of in a good way. You can just about sling one to the green with a driver if you want, but ultimately you're always hitting a weird, oh no, we hit a bad shot. We're really gonna suffer now. So, it's not a long hole. You can really easily go like fairway wood wedge or even drive there, but you can blow up in a hurry if you do something silly on this hole. Well, also, I might have to add a couple more little little modern art things to the corners of it. I have one or two dropped in. I think two little pieces. I might have to add one or two more, kind of maybe tucked in the woods in the perimeter of the course. Just, you know, little funny Easter eggs for people to go find. I won't show those off in stream. I'll let you guys go find those if you want. Oh, actually, I think I've showed the first one on stream. You know, there might be a little path back there somewhere. You know, who knows where that goes. Just saying. Just a little path. Nothing weird there. All right. I do like this green site. This turned out pretty cool. Just saying that, you know, there's a path there for people who like Easter eggs. Well, we don't have to show it. Although I guess I'm being coy enough that I'm suggesting that there's something like inappropriate back there. There's really not. It's just me being. I'm almost being overly coy to the point where it's suspicious. But there's nothing. You know, it's just. You know, it's more sculpture thingies. It's nothing too exciting. So don't let me oversell it. That's not what we're getting at here. I just kind of want to leave some of the Easter eggs as a surprise for people. All right, yeah, this one also came out really cool. Oh boy, Tailwind makes this very gettable, but is it an RMD monument? Oh, I should do one of those someday. That'd be great. Maybe that'll be the last piece of modern art. We'll do some kind of little rock garden. Alright, 15's kind of this big cliffside thing. That's kind of a similar green site to 13. Oh, that's not a good tee shot. That's gonna hurt a lot. This is your course, right? Yes, it is. What does perfect even mean? Is there even Well, thanks. I want to say that I had to kind of tone them down for the 2K speeds. They play even more wild when you dial them up to 187s. They were designed for those speeds. They're just not getting published on them. Oh my goodness. Play has gone downhill, but that's okay. Alright. Well, yeah, so we're, I guess we're almost done playtesting here, and then that would be, that'll be it for the design series. Now, we're recording this, I think, what, the 27th is today? So, as of right now, I've published all of them through episode 5. I'll get episode 6 up. It's too late to do it tonight. I'll do it tomorrow. So probably by the end of the week, start of 2022, this one should be up. Matt plays so fast it's almost impossible to keep up with the playtest. Admittedly, I am not taking that much time on it because, what do you want to call it? I've playtested this so many times that, I'm not... Yeah, that's fair. But I'm just kind of flying through the course. It's just kind of a fly-through of it, essentially, of, hey, here's the final product. But anyway, let's see. Oh yeah, this one's gonna be real tough into this wind. It's all good. So yeah. But anyway, all these episodes will probably be up by the end of the week, maybe early into next week. Pat has started a round on the Storm King. That feels alright, there we go. Somehow that seems a fitting end to a season of one of these. There we go. Go smooth -3. Actually, I kind of want to do a little bit of I don't know. Maybe that's his rookie course working title. Who knows? Maybe we I don't know. Maybe let's see. Yeah, I guess I don't really have any announcements to give other than like I'm not sure what the next YouTube series will be. I might stream some creation of the next 2K course. I've got one more on contract. But that will be a couple months out, and I'm not gonna do a series for my World Cup course. So I don't know. After this week, the channel might get a little bit more quiet for a bit. We'll see about maybe doing some course playthroughs or little one-off videos. We'll sprinkle some content in there maybe over the next couple months, but don't see any major series for a little bit. So, so it might be that being said, I will still be streaming stuff on my Twitch channel. I'm assuming most of you know where that is. It's just MattF27TGC on Twitch. Yeah, so we will see you there, or we'll see you in the next design series. But thank you very much for following along. Hopefully this course will be out and playable before too long. It'll be a couple weeks. Oh no, the rant streams are not going away. This is just YouTube stuff might get quiet for a bit. The normal Twitch stuff not being affected at all. But yeah, thank you for following along this season. Hopefully you found it enjoyable, and hopefully by the time you're seeing this, the course is either out or close to being out, and hopefully you enjoy that. So thank you guys again for following along, and we will see you in the next one, whenever that is. Until then, have a good one.